more than 2,000 subscribers. So that whole time you're growing your list, you don't have to pay for MailChimp. Now this is primarily for sending email. This isn't an alternative to Outlook. Outlook is a bad tool for sending email marketing. You really should never spend more than 5 or maybe 10 emails from Outlook. Otherwise it causes all kinds of problems because people mark it as spam. There's nothing you can do. Now your emails are going to spam, and these are your personal day-to-day emails. Not good. Also, you have to blind carbon copy people, which is a real hassle. And finally, this is what Al-Qaeda does. There was actually a big bust. I think it was last week or the week before. Al-Qaeda has an email newsletter, and they forgot to blind carbon copy everyone, so they just put it in a CC instead of the BCC. And everyone on that list saw who everyone else was on that list, including several like legit terrorists, a bunch of journalists, a few academics. So it's kind of a whoops instance, and it probably cost some of those terrorists their lives. So Al-Qaeda would have probably been better off if they could have used MailChimp, but I don't think they would have been allowed in because of their terms of service. Other things I like about MailChimp, and they're not paying me to recommend them, I just recommend them because I like them, is that if, let's say, someone does mark you as spam, and it will happen from time to time, you can't avoid it completely. MailChimp has a relationship with Gmail and with Yahoo and with AOL, and when you click mark as spam, MailChimp automatically removes that person who clicked mark as spam from your list, which is really good. All right, tip number 2 is to get a professional email design. So this is something you pay for one time, and it can benefit you for years. You want your email to look good. This is a service that my company offers. It's also a service a lot of other companies offer. And one of the things you want to think about when you get your emails designed is that to make sure they look good on mobile devices. More and more people check their email on their phones. And so if you have a lot of fancy graphics, those graphics have to look good and be readable on a phone. If any of y'all read email on phones, I imagine most of you do, you know every once in a while you get an email and the text is so small you can't read it. That's not good. It makes people angry, and it can undermine your subscribers.
Do we have any idea how many people or what percentage of people read their email on mobile devices as opposed to computers?
That's a great question. It depends on the list, but depending on who your subscribers are and how old they are, the older they are, the more likely they are to use mobile devices. Well, that's probably old up to, say,